Alright, so we had kind of a thing last night, so I had to sprinkle some ice melter on the sidewalk, and you can see most of the tracks are covered up, some of them still there, but it snowed a little bit, which I don't know how. Okay, so I thought it was kind of odd that this didn't get any snow on it, so it did. And Mima's car has a little bit on it. The wind is blowing at my back right now, so it's kind of, although it must have changed direction and blown forward because it's all over the front of the car now too. And how is there is only ice on the black truck here. There's like a little bit of snow up around the window, but you can see the ice going all the way around. Like, look at that drip rail. This just has, the whole drip rail is ice. Actually, the whole side of the truck is ice. Like, the whole thing is just completely iced over. The railing here is, but that's solid. That's kind of solid. So, there is, I thought there had to be snow on it. Sat outside all day yesterday. I thought there was no way it didn't have any snow on it. So I just come out here to show you guys kind of what we did yesterday, because I didn't film everything. So you guys saw when we brought the boat out, we put a big tarp over the boat, and we brought it out here along with the York rake. And I didn't film bringing the scaffolding out because, you know, I mean, all I do is just pick it up and carry it out here. The yard sweeper, I pushed that out here. Again, something I didn't really think needed filmed. Got the sprayer here, you guys saw that come out. Then the table's all iced over. And my desk, my dad and I brought out here. I put my tarp over it so that it stayed somewhat dry. I think that'll work. Look when I press on the tire. So everything I just have stuff sitting on the tarp so it doesn't blow off. So there's only a couple things left inside. Just some wood and the Indian. And then of course the S10, which isn't gonna come out. So yeah, we got the tarp over the boat. Got this stuff out here. So what happened with the front tire on this truck was it was flat. Okay, well originally it wasn't that tire. Started out it was this tire, which still has a big flat spot on it, as you can see, and it was flat, so we took it off and put this one, aired up this one and put it on it, and it had air in it, but then as soon as we dropped it down it went pretty close to flat. Now I think it's completely flat. So we put the hood on the truck, just strapped it down so the wind doesn't blow it off. This tire over here is actually the spare tire for this truck. Although it looks kind of dry rot. It's got some cracks in it. But that's why there's nothing on the spare tire mount. surprised that K&N sticker didn't blow off yet. It kind of looks like it could. But unless this is froze. Okay, no, it's not froze. But I pulled the sunshades out of Meemaw's car over there. Well, over there, and put them in here. This has a really nice dashboard in it. So, so we got the truck out here, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Then some of my stuff, look how that's discolored. Well, that's where the paint's wearing off of it. See where the paint's wearing off of it? It's kind of blue. Of course, this truck here is all iced over as well. The whole thing, the whole front of it and everything's iced over. The TVs are iced over. Yeah, so we had an ice storm last night. There you can really see the ice on the windows. But, so I brought my lawnmower back outside because it didn't need to take up extra space in the shack. So I just brought it back out here. There's the chair. So nothing much changed out here except for the flat tire that's on the truck right now is the tire that was sitting over here in this pile. I don't know if these hold air or not. I know that bottom one probably doesn't because it's about rotted apart. You can see the tracks from the dolly where I wheeled the bullet funnel over there. That's what's sitting in the middle of that desk. So something that kind of made me mad yesterday when I was bringing, I think I was bringing that cabinet in here, or maybe that crate. Anyway, I busted the other piece of trim off the door. So now when we silicone the other piece on, we get to put that one back on there too. Wait till it's not 0 degrees outside though. So we brought the light in here, and then some of my stuff that was in the back of the truck I brought in here. The cabinet and this shelf here and the Christmas tree, and there's a box on the other side of that box there. And then the crate came from the barn. So I didn't figure that stuff needed to, sit outside. So my shack is full. And then, oh good, there's no ice on here so you can actually see. So we have the John Deere in here right now, and the Power King, the bigger Power King, up front there. You can see the table. And then you saw us bring most of the stuff in yesterday. Some of the stuff you probably didn't see was I brought the bike in there, and the wheelbarrow, and some of the carts and stuff. Like I said, I didn't film everything, partially because the GoPro, I think the battery died on it. I think that's why it quit filming. Although I didn't ever really figure out why it quit. I think that's why it quit. So, that's kind of our progress report. I guess I'll show you what the barn looks like with nothing in it. So, I'm sure that you could probably figure this out. This isn't a high complex thought process here, but we had to pull that truck out of the garage because the tractors can't sit outside. They could, but it wouldn't be very good on them. So That's why we yanked the truck out and brought the tractors and stuff in there. So the only thing that is gonna stay in here is the scaffolding with the stuff on it. Because if we pull these out and push them into the garage with the, here, let me turn the light. Got nice lights in here. I might as well take advantage of that. So if we pull the scaffolding over there with everything on it, we risk bending the scaffolding. So rather than do that, we just decided that to leave them in here along with the fishing poles and the engine hoist. You know, some of this stuff is gonna just stay in here. The toolboxes, stuff that's heavy, although the fishing poles aren't heavy, but I don't know why they got moved. But so the S10 is gonna stay in here, and we stuck a bunch of tools and stuff under the S10. And then let me open this up here. If I can, I got my gloves on. I'm going to see if I can find the handle. That's proving to be a little bit of a challenge. So we've got some mostly parts that we have in the S10, and then we have some stuff in the back of the truck too. Then the TV stand here with the books. You know, they're old books, so it was raining yesterday, so we didn't want to drag them across the driveway yesterday. You know, because they're old books. They're auto repair manuals, and so instead of bringing them across when it was raining, we thought, well, we'll wait until it's not raining out. I don't know if we're going to end up dragging them across or if they're just going to stay in here. They're protected enough. We may just leave them in here. You know, I mean, with that TV stand closed, they're pretty much covered up. So the only thing left to move today are going to be those stools, this Vulcan box here, the Indian, and the 16-foot long boards that we don't really know where we're going to put those. So the plan for the Power King and the cart full of stuff here is that's just going to stay in here until the installation guy comes, and Papa's going to pull it all outside for that day, you know, because, you know, some of this stuff like the boxes and stuff can sit outside, but then like the fans and stuff can't sit outside. It wouldn't be very good on the cooler or the bandsaw down there, so we're just gonna you know, pull it out when it's ready. So the reason, other than it just wouldn't be very good on them to leave the tractors outside, is when we left the tractors out, even though they were under tarps, when we left the tractors out while this barn was being built, it really took a toll on the decks on these old Power Kings. You can see where it rusted holes in them. They'd never been sat outside in the weather before like that, and this side's been patched up. But just that one winter that these sat outside, it really took a toll on these decks, and so they can't sit outside again. The decks won't work ever again if we don't bring them inside. So rather than they sit out in the elements, we just thought, well, this one we can hook up to the cart, and we won't have to worry about it till the installation guy comes. And you saw the video yesterday. We pulled the other one into the barn, or into the garage, because it doesn't run. it ran for a little bit, but it didn't run quite right, so we started messing with it, and then Dad started working on this, and that became the priority. And then it kind of lost priority, and we started, they got the ceiling in here and the lights, which the lights are really nice when they're all on. Something I wish, though, is that when you turn the lights on this side, all of them come on, because you got to walk over to that switch to turn this side on. I don't really like that. But it's not my barn, so. Mima and I's side is that far side over there where the Indian's at. But, so I guess that's okay. So I'm gonna shut the lights off in here and get out of here.